since we did another podcast. We got a little busy with something. But anyway, I'm happy to update you all about the Philippines, and of course, it's gonna be exciting to share it with Rhea.
Hi, Tammy, and hi, everyone. I hope all of you are doing well these days. And I'm glad that you're starting a good conversation here. Tammy, as you know, these days are full of uncertainties and we don't know what the future holds. So it's really nice to see people who are still positive given the situation in the world.
Well, it's really hard to be positive these days, especially when you are watching the world news or the news. I don't want to talk about it because this podcast is purely for positive issues and to help entrepreneurs build their business.
That's right. How are you these days?
Well, I'm good. We're doing a lot better now here. And the Philippine election is coming up this May, and everyone is getting ready to choose the next president. Economy is getting better as well as establishments and businesses are fully operational.
Okay, cool.
Yes, it is. What about you? How are you?
Still good. And so, what are we going to talk about today?
Okay, that's great. As you know, I really wanted to share with our listeners about the Philippines and how it finally opened its economy after 2 years of pandemic here. A lot of things have changed already, and finally now the door is open for foreigners and tourists.
Wow, it's great. Economy is finally going back to normal, right?
Yes, that's what we all hope for, but even though we are all affected with the things happening in other countries, like some oil prices going up and etc., there's no need for Filipinos to panic.
Hopefully, it's just temporary.
Yeah, that's what I believe. Anyway, like I said, we are going to talk about the Philippine tourism and businesses as travel restrictions is.
Can you share some insights about what is happening now there? How's the Philippines going?
Okay, after the surge last January, several members of the tourism industry have observed an increase in the number of bookings and inquiries they receive, meaning a lot of tourists are already planning to spend their vacation here. Finally, especially that summer is just around the corner and beaches here are undeniably beautiful.
Yeah, but what about the cases? Is it safe to travel there?
Well, cases are few already, and praying it won't go up again. So you can come here anytime now. But plane bookings are getting full already because of tourists coming here. So for those who are planning to visit and spend their vacation here, you now book early.
Oh, of course. With the relaxation of restrictions, there will be chances of higher bookings. And I hope they are ready to accommodate increases in flight frequencies in the coming months.
True. And most of the tourists come from the US, which mostly are also Filipinos working and living there, as well as those from South Korea or Japan. Travelers are also inquiring in tourist spots like places here in the Philippines, like Cebu, Palawan, Bohol, and Boracay. These are the beautiful beaches here, so they are um, popular tourist destinations.
Yeah, and tourists are the number one people who bring money in the country. So when a country is open for tourists, it's already a good sign.
Yes, I agree with you. It's really a good sign after years of closed borders. They say tourism is vital for the success of many economies around the world, and there are several benefits of tourism in host destinations.
Yes, tourism boosts the revenue of the economy, creates jobs, develops the infrastructure of a country, and plants a sense of cultural exchange between foreigners and citizens.
Yes, actually, there are several reasons why tourism is important because it employs a lot of people, and the tourist industries pays very well.
Not only that, tourism supports low income countries as well as rural areas people.
Of course, tourism preserves a culture too, and travel has many benefits. When a person has the privilege to travel, he can experience many things in other countries, and a person can increase their cognitive flexibility.
Yeah, it depends on how a person engages. Travel is also known to boost a person's happiness and lower their stress. Few can afford a luxury travel experience, but even visits to local cultural sites or natural areas can benefit a person's well being.
Precisely. And now let's go back to what are the things that can affect a country when there are tourists. For example, here in the Philippines, the more the tourists coming here, the more money is coming here as well.
Right. And I believe that in other countries as well, aside from bringing money into the country, it support the foreign currency earnings. And the more tourists come to the country, the more jobs are available in the country.
Oh yeah. When countries were locked down, closed their borders, many people were laid off from their jobs. One example here is the pilots and stewardess. No tourists, no flights coming in and out of the country. So businesses bad and the solution was to lay off some employees. But now that the tourists are here and there, people are getting back their jobs.
What about the local businesses? How do they affect it?
Like I mentioned, the positive effect is that since money is coming in, it means good business. And they were able to hire their employees again. And aside from the economy going up again, it means that stocks are getting better too.
Oh, when you mention stocks are getting better, do you mean that many investors are going to invest in the stock market in the Philippines?
That's what I believe, but I'm not saying that many investors are investing now. Remember, we just opened our borders, so most probably it will take a few months or so or a year to have investors back here again.
Yeah, I think it will be a gradual
Yes,
process.
yeah, of course, like little by little. Actually, I wanted to share with you and to our listeners that the Philippine market is one of the best markets you can target, which I already mentioned in some of our podcasts.
Oh yeah, because aside from the Philippines having many consumers, it's easy to sell things there through Shopee and Lazada, which Filipinos are very fond of using as their online shopping.
Yes, that's true. They can spend 1 to 2 hours browsing through the app for shopping. Other than the top two apps that you mentioned, they are also fond of using Zalora, Carousel for the secondhand items, and a lot more. So yes, again, if you're planning to enter the Philippine market and want to know how, you may email us at info@uniprohk.com for more information.
Yeah, and if you want to tap into the Philippine market, one thing that you can do is to use the Singapore company and set up your Lazada account. And you can also sell items into the Philippine market. So yeah, good thing that the Philippine economy is getting better.
Yes, yes, that's right. Okay, so I hope if you are interested in which product you want to sell, or if you already have a product in mind, or you want to expand your business here, just let us know because we are here to help you.
Thanks, Tammy, for today's podcast. See you.
Thanks, Ray, and everyone. Have a good day.